Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I'm down here at Funtown in Indiana doing a tour of this 2024 Riverstone 419RD. And if you guys have seen my videos before, you know how I feel about Riverstone. It is one of my all-time favorite brands because it is built well, spec'd out heavy. These things are absolutely beautiful. This one is a little bit unique in the fact that it does not have the full body paint. So you're going to save quite a bit of money, and I think it still looks really sharp. If you're looking for a well-built, high-end unit, 3-inch thick walls, all that good stuff, this is definitely going to be a pick for you. If you guys are in the market for an RV, my cell phone number will be in the top right portion of the screen, as well as down in the description with the specifications: length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, and they should pop up right there. But again, this is the 2024 Riverstone 419RD. Hit that like and subscribe button. Help me reach my goal of 40,000 subscribers here by the end of 2023. That would be incredible. Join my little growing community here of, RVers. The 49RT, that RD stands for rear den, and that is where we're going to start. They got a new decor now for these 2024s, and I think it looks lovely. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. You can still get, your more classic, darker tones if you would like, but this is going to be the rear den, very similar to a front living floor plan, except this happens to be just in the back. You got tons of open space. You have a residential, linoleum flooring, which looks really nice with that gray. I also like how the light bounces off and plays into it with that fireplace. Dual opposing slides, so you get a lot of room here in the middle, and then each one of these couches pulls out to make a nice little sleeping area. So even though it's traditionally a couples coach, you do have the ability to sleep a couple extra folks if you guys have some guests. Both sides are going to be identical. Both sides come with the emergency exit, pull, push, and plop. You can get out in a hurry. And they're both going to come with the old day shade, the half drac, and the night shade, the full drac, so you can block out all the sun, stop the skin from sizzling, stop it from hitting the furniture or heating up. Even though those are going to be tinted windows, dual pane, really the works on that. Flip it around here. You're going to see you have an electric fireplace that puts out incredible heat for an RV this size on a chilly day, coupled up with that added insulation of the 3-inch thick walls. That'll really be all the heat that you need, when it's like 45 degrees or so for the entire front half of this camper. Puts out about 5,500 BTUs, pretty darn nice. A big old window here for some rear viewing. So maybe if you're backed up next to campground with a lake or something like that, just a really nice situation. And all these windows do open up for a nice cross breeze. I like those darker tones heading out the back. Outlet, and you got a televator system with a sound bar right there to boot. So you just hit that extend. Listen to that. It is smooth. It's not wobbly like some of those brands out there. Just a well-built machine, well-built motor. And you saw how it looked when it was down. Really nice and flush for some good countertops. But this is also going to be a smart TV, so you'll be able to hook up, your Netflix and things like that for when you're, traveling around on the road. A lot of people with these Riverstones, are doing it a little bit full time than your average customer. Looks like you got a subwoofer there. You also have storage. That's going to be the same on both left and right. You also see an outlet. But really nice little setup. I love the rear dens. I love the front livings, but I think the rear dens add kind of a new twist. Let me know what you think about those couch colors. Again, you can get it in the more traditional decor. You can also get a darker wood up here too. So pretty cool that you got different options. I'll put a link down to the manufacturer tour, or not manufacturer tour, the manufacturer link, so that way you can see what those options might be. And again, if you are in the market, shoot me a text. I can go over that with you personally, or get you in the hands, of somebody, that can help you depending on where you live. Now, you have a big, beautiful kitchen, tons of head height room. I'm 6 feet tall. You're probably looking at like 6'4", 6'5", or something like that. And it goes all the way back, so it's full profile, so even all the way through. But even here in the kitchen, you're going to have a really nice, strong residential feel. And you also have those dual slides. So a slide over here and a slide over there. Really incredible head height. And you're going to notice no carpet. It's that marine grade, woven vinyl material right there, which I really like. But again, 6 feet tall, really nice head clearance. You'd have to be a rather tall person for that to ever come into play for you. You got a little clicker light here up above that's looking fancy as ever, sitting in that little glass shelf for the highfalutin people that are going to be buying this. Again, the tinted windows, day and night shades, big old suckers for a nice little cross breeze. And then you got a table with cubbies and outlets here on both sides, the little ledge. Now you can get this with a couple extra chairs, or you can get it with just the two, but this does pull out, so that way you have, additional seating if you want to sit for four, if you want to play a game of euchre, or, have some guests, whatever you want to do, as far as that's concerned. Flip it around. Before you get to the kitchen, you do have a setup right here where you got 6 pullouts, which is pretty darn nice. And they go back really deep here underneath that recliner. I forgot to talk about the recliner. This is on that quick recline system, so it lays pretty darn flat. And you're going to see it's also powered. So let me flip this around. 2 USBs and your electric control right there. But I like how that's positioned right across from the TV. But back to what I was saying. 6 of these drawers go back fairly deep, right under that recliner. Also underneath here, you're going to have a really great exterior storage with this big old MoreRide slide tray. That's incredible for, anything that you want to put in. Little countertop right there if you want to do it for some food prepping, get some extra countertop space. Just a really nice way to utilize that without wasting the space. In an RV, the worst space is wasted space. 2 outlets, again, the same slide height, absolutely massive. What does that mean to you? Big appliances, residential appliances, Samsung refrigerator, Samsung microwave, Insignia oven, the largest oven in the entire RV industry, solid surface countertops on both sides, and true hand-laid tiles. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. Outlets on both sides, but look at that. 4 stovetop burner. We got Turkey Day coming up. Thanksgiving, baby. This thing is turkey approved. You can fit a full bird in that and have Thanksgiving on the road. Do you like doing dishes? I know I sure don't. So right here, you got yourself, let me turn that on. Can't do it on the battery, but I don't like doing dishes. You have a dishwasher, you don't have to do them. If you do like doing dishes, you got the split undermount sink with a smaller side and a bigger side, maybe like a dry or wet zone, but look how freaking massive that is. You also got a little faucet, hitting those dishes from all angles. You're also going to see you got a couple different modes, like a jet mode and a shower mode. Love seeing that. Little place right there for your cleaning brush. A place for, your garbage can. Soft close, by the way. Check that out. No clanging and banging in the Riverstone. Clean cut storage with access to your plumbing. Now I'm going to start unscrewing here the safety latch for this refrigerator. But while I'm doing that, I'll show you the accent lighting here on the floor. And then you also notice a whole bunch of countertop space. And then you got some storage again, outlets and true hand-laid tiles just looking really sharp. And then up here, you got the black glass insert for the storage, which just makes for a really clean cut appearance. And look how big that storage is up here. Another thing I like about the Riverstone, and a lot of your high-end units will have, are these copper metal tabs that go onto that magnet. And you can see I'm pulling on that, pretty darn good to open it up. So you're not going to have to worry about anything flying open, when you're driving down the road. Check out the old bowling gun and the reflection, baby. So I undid the safety latch here for the Samsung residential. Check that out. This is nicer than the one inside of my home. You still got to set up some of the side drawers, but I wanted to show it to you anyway. But you got enough room for a week's worth of food, absolutely no problem. It also runs on the inverter, so that way it'll work, when you're kind of traveling around. Bada bang, bada boom. You're also going to see you got an ice maker, so that's pretty darn nice. Let's keep it on a moving. I think I showed this. You got the drawers right here. This would turn into all drunk drawers here in my house. All 4 at the top. Every single one of them would just have stuff everywhere. Maybe the same for you. I don't know. That's a tempting spot for all your drunk drawers. So right down here, right as you walk in, you got your fuse box. If something isn't working, make sure to check that out. You also have a place where you can do, the central vac system, so you can push your foot up under there, and then it'll turn on and suck all of the dirt right into that. You also see you got the 2 night highlights and the grab handle, along with some extra storage right there as well, which is pretty cool. Nice little coat rack right there with those friendly little octopus fellas. And then you got your control center and your Truma Aqua Go, which is basically just a super fancy water heater. And then you look at this, true wood cabinets all throughout. So super high-end finish. You don't have to worry about you know, like a veneer wrap or anything like that, you know, kind of fading or peeling over the years. It is a true wood. So touchscreen, this is where you can control all your lights. They're all also manual controls as well, but you can go to the home, check your climate, set everything that you want, turn all the lights on, check your tanks, energy, you know, motors, check your tank levels. You don't even have to read all that good. It's all coming just on a percentage meter. So that's always a big time plus. And then you got your leveling right here as well, which is always pretty cool. Check your auto level. Already showed you the lights, temperature sensors, propane, and then, you know, kind of your diagnostics, you know, center with your energy management. The energy management is pretty darn cool. You should definitely check that out. Maybe I'll make a video, you know, on that in general. But basically, it's so that way you can run, you know, the 3 ACs kind of in sync. So if you want to have an AC, you know, here, there, and there, you can pick the temperature and it'll control it in different zones and kick each one on. So that way it is managing the energy. And I cannot believe I didn't show you up here. You got the infinity light. It's a Riverstone classic. It goes on for infinity. But those things look cool. I'm prone just to staring up into that because I think it just looks really nice. But man, check that out. Beautiful camper. Again, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this decor because it is new and I'm sure that they are looking for that feedback. Little window right there so we can get a little extra views. But this bathroom is absolutely stunning. So you're going to notice you got the couples countertop with the solid surface that is black in here. So it kind of breaks up, you know, some of the tone from the rest. And you also have a fancy sink with that splash guard. You know, you can turn that on, let the water flow. It's not going to splash up on you when you're brushing your teeth. All that good stuff. You also have an accent light that you can turn on and off up and around this mirror. So that's absolutely fantastic. A max air fan. So that way you can suck out, you know, some of the air as kind of you're moving along. You also got a couple outlets right there. That max air fan, by the way, it's going to be right here. Another medicine cabinet, maybe like a washcloth holder, towel holder, TP holder. By the way, the old porcelain throne of Rooney, it's a foot flush. And then you got a big old shower, room for two if you would like it. The Tri-Glide glass series, so it opens up extra wide. You're also going to see you have a teak bench right there, so that way you can sit down. I think it's got a 250 or 300 pound weight limit. But, you know, that's nice if you want to hike a leg up, you know, shave your legs, sit down, let the hot water heater, you know, hot water hit you, you know, whatever you'd like. But pretty big and spacious, you know, shower here. And I think it looks really nice. But then you're also going to notice there's like no drain. So it's a pretty kind of seamless experience right there. It's really cool. But 6 feet tall, 300 pounds. You can see I got plenty of room in here. This is like a shower inside of your home. And you also get really nice head clearance as well, especially when you take into account, you know, that sunroof. All right, let's flip it around here. Underneath the sink, access to your plumbing, clean cut storage, 6 pull-out drawers. Again, soft close. Over here, a couple friendly little octopus guys. And then you're going to have 3 of these. So a ton of storage. I'm sorry, 2 of these, because the bottom one is going to pull out to a laundry hoop. So I think that's pretty nice. Nice little addition to the Riverstone line there. I feel like I've been doing a lot of east to west beds lately, pretty much all day. By the way, if you guys would care to, hit that like and subscribe button. I'm pumping out a ton of content. Funtown has opened the door to their inventory, and I'm going to be making a lot of new videos, new stuff, all the latest stuff on the market. Of course, tried and true models like this as well. A lot of exciting stuff, you know, heading up. Drop a comment on that. Let them know that they picked the right guy. King size bed. Storage underneath with the struts. And that's where you're going to have that insert for that table. You also got your 2 spare chairs. And then you got an outlet with a USB and a universal C along with an extra storage and a little ledge. Same thing over here. And then you have windows that open up for a nice cross breeze. You also have the black ice there on that closet door as well. Open that up for you. You got the Splendide, however you want to pronounce it. Washer and dryer. It's a residential camper, residential features. Everything about it screams, you know, kind of ease of use when you're home on the road. This thing definitely could be home on the road. I mean, these Riverstones are fancy pantsing. This is life goals right here, I'll tell you. Big old closet with cubbies, a big hanging bar for all of your stuff. You also got your satellite and cable hookups. Linoleum in the floor. Your Travelfi system. And then your solar charge controller, so that way you can see what's going on with the solar panels, you know, on top of the roof. Another little mini slide right over here with your Jensen TV. You also got countertops, a good viewing window. That also opens up. But you got enough space for, you know, all of your stuff, which is the most important part. That opens up to pretty great storage there. Top two drawers are going to be looking like this on both sides. The bottom drawers are going to be looking like that on both sides. And you got a little storage cubby right there. Yeah, I think that about knocks out the inside portion of this tour. Again, this is the 2024 Riverstone 419RD. Hope you guys dig the tour. Now let's head around the outside and show you everything that it has to offer. Pretty beautiful. All right, so in case you missed it on the first go around, all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, all that good stuff will be down in the description of this video. Things like, you know, the two awnings right there with those LED lights, they're absolutely massive that scope pretty much all the way down the RV. That is awesome. That information will be down there. Up in the front, you're gonna see two LED lights to help that nightlife when you're backing up at the campground and you wanna hook up or detach. Gives you a nice little light just to kind of aid with that. Curt Rotoflex, so an upgraded pin box. It's going to help with some of that chucking and bucking to make a little bit more of a comfortable drive for you. 6-point hydraulic auto leveling, slam latch doors. That's metal, by the way. Gen prepped up there, or just some great storage. Oversized LP bottles, that's always a plus. You're also going to see you got big old storage with the automatic lights there, and you also got that Tough Flex flooring. That's the other side of that central vac, along with an outlet. I'll show you the water manifold system here in a second too. Couple outlets when you're moving around. If you want to prop up a game, you know, all that kind of stuff. You can put up a second TV over here because this one does come with the outside TV as well. You're also going to see the frameless windows, which is a nice touch. Just looks really sleek. Open them up, get a good breeze, but the appearance of them is fantastic. The outside storage on this is pretty great too. Not only did you just see that pass-through storage, but you have side storage here, and this is the worst of it. As we head around back, you got an absolutely massive storage tray right here. You're gonna see the backup camera's already on this one with a ladder to get on top of your fully walkable roof, but check this out. So right here, you push this down, the MORryde tray, because that is a bear if you don't have this to get all the way into the back. Now it can roll out, just make it so much easier to access all your stuff. And this thing can hold an incredible amount of weight too, so you don't even have to worry about that. I've actually had a video where I laid on it one time, you know, and I'm not the lightest of guys. Hitch rating, 300 pounds, you can see right there, but put an extra storage rack, do what you'd like. Even the ladder on the Riverstone, they thought about it to where they kind of, I don't know if beveled's the right word, but they kind of bent that in. At first, you know, a couple years ago when I saw it, I thought it was bent. I thought it was broken. The rep came out and just said it's just a little pitch, so that way when you're grabbing it right here, and then you hike your foot up, it's just a little deeper in there to help you to get up in there a little bit more comfortable. Now you can order this with slide toppers if you would like. You can get the metal wrapped awning, or you can get it, you know, at the dealership level to put it on each and every one. If you're going to get slide toppers, you're going to mitigate the risk of having, you know, a leak from the top. The alternative would be get on top of the RV, check your seals, check your slides, make sure that tree branch doesn't turn into, you know, a leak. Power cord reel right behind this door here. Again, you got that storage with the Tough Flex. Fresh water drain, it's going to be located right under here. And you see that, that underbelly all buttoned up, clean cut looking, spare tire. Triple axle, because this thing is a beast of a camper. This thing is absolutely massive. The dry weight on this thing, I think it was like 18,000 pounds. Your waste holding tank and sewer outlet connection right here. You got a docking station. See if there's a light. Yep, there sure is. With your battery disconnect, your water filter, hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower, and then your different valves for like winterization, you know, and all that good stuff. And then your black tank, galley tank, bath tank, black tank flush, which is a fancy sprinkler system there for your poop tank. And this is going to be the back end of that pass-through storage. And notice that steel frame. That's going to go into a little bit of why this camper is a little bit heavier. It's built a little tougher, a little bit more rugged. Your 1500 watt inverter is going to be right here. And this is your water manifold system. So it's a little dark, but essentially, you know, if you spring a leak, it doesn't ruin a trip. Let's just say it's the hot water portion of the sink inside the kitchen. You can shut just that off. So that is nice. It turns what could be a hiccup or a headache into a hiccup. So, you know, you can still enjoy your trip, kind of limp your way home and all that, in the fact that you ever do have a problem. So you got the little vent right there, because this is where you're going to have your batteries. They're on trays that you can pull out as well. 4 batteries on this, just for extended longevity of it, which is really nice. And again, metal slam latch doors. That's the old stats on it right there. Carrying cargo capacity, 5,658. That is just incredible. But all right, guys. Oh, forgot to show you. You got the side camera over here, the Furrion, so when you're driving down the road, you can see what's going on with those blind spots. But guys, my name is Hunter. Hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Hope I see you next time. This is the 2024 Riverstone 419RD. Have a good day. See ya.